All right, push that button. Push the button, Brad. Oh, Brad has pushed the button. We are live. Hello, welcome to episode 85 of Off the Shelf. We are recording live. It is November the 11th, 2016. This is the voice of Transformers Collectors Club Australia. This is three voices of Transformers Collectors Club Australia. Well, it's 2.5. Anyway, how are you going? Joining me this week, I'm not going to tell you who the half is. Brad, how are you doing?
We all know.
Lest we forget.
I was gonna say that, damn it!
You interrupted,
yes,
so you can go for
forget.
it. Evening, guys. How are we?
Okay, I'm good. I did observe the 1 minute silence today at 11 a.m. as any good Australian citizen should.
Australian should. Yeah.
It's quite a solemn reminder of the world that we're in, but yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Well, now we're on a downer for the podcast. It's nearly 11 p.m., not 11 a.m. So hey, let's talk about some Transformers, shall we? Brad, what have you been up to this week?
Work, flat out with work. Getting some club stuff done behind the scenes, and getting stuff ready for Brisbane Supernova this weekend and Adelaide next week.
All right, and yes, John, our sometime non-daylight savings podcast guest, is actually at Supernova this weekend. Hence, he's not on the podcast. He's also not on the podcast because it's daylight saving, but he's not working tonight. So whatever. That's a really long, complicated example and explanation of why John's not here. That wasn't actually necessary. My apologies.
Yep.
Mikey, how are you doing?
Great, thanks, guys. I've just been I haven't been addicted to it. I've only played it once yesterday and the day before, but I've got something that is really took the world by storm, and now people
show off your NES Mini.
Yeah, well, okay. This
and deflate.
I was lucky. Yeah, well, I was going to say.
Have you taken it out of the box yet?
I have, and
is it still MISB?
No, I don't care. I bought it for $100. I don't want to go sell it for $1,000. You can get it in December. Well, if you pre-order it, apparently you can only get this if you pre-order it. So
yeah, it's pretty annoying. It's not actually that you have to pre-order it. It's just that shops got so little stock in, and a whole bunch of places like Target completely disregarded the directive from head office not to sell them to staff, and so staff of the shop purchased half the stock.
Yeah, assholes. See what happened to Castle Towers. Jason, you probably know Castle Towers.
I don't know. It sounds like an establishment where they have halls. Come on.
Okay. Well, it's definitely not that.
Right.
But it's a big shopping center. I think Target got them, and EB Games got them. EB Games, whenever they put them on pre-order, they were pre-sold out. When they got to Target, I think it was something like it opened at this time, and a minute later they were all sold out. That was astonishing.
Because they'd been selling them to the staff.
Yeah, exactly. Because people come in and they grab them straight away, or if they did, I doubt it. But the hardest.
It's a stupid move by Nintendo because they've sold 10 items of stock to each major retailer.
Yeah. See, because this is it's awesome. I love this thing, and I think everyone should have the chance to own this thing. And I highly doubt they will. I think they actually didn't. There was a GameCube Mini or something released a couple years back. I'm pretty sure there was, or something along those lines. But
it wasn't a GameCube, but
was it a GameCube or something?
I don't think it's the first time. I think you were talking about the there was the Game Boy Micro.
No, I do remember a
PS2 Slim.
No,
Anyway,
that would never. That should never be in demand.
It doesn't
unfortunately.
matter.
Yeah. Anyway, but I don't see people who don't pre-order them and then get them. I mean, pre-orders today for December. Pre-orders came out for December today to get these things, and if you do get a pre-order, definitely get a controller, because I made the mistake of not pre-ordering a controller. Now I'm gonna have to hope, because it takes two controllers, because classic games.
Is it the classic controller the same port, or is it new?
No, it's all different.
Yeah, it's all different. It's got HDMI and stuff like that. And you have to. Thing is with this, they did a smart move they pretty much can release them anywhere now because it doesn't come with the wall mount. That just comes with the USB thing, and you've got to provide your own wall mount that has a USB input. And yeah, I mean, this thing is absolutely tiny and it's amazing. Like, it weighs nothing. It weighs like I think the controller weighs more than the unit. But yeah, all the games are working fine. It's even got like little screens where you can make it look like it's the staticky screens or just like brand new. And yeah, it's it's awesome. I've always wanted to play the original 3 Marios, and now I've got them. And now I'm playing Donkey Kong, Dr. Mario, Zelda, all that stuff. It's really cool. And I thought they said there was going to be a way to get more games on it, but I'm not that
not super sure on that. But yeah.
Yeah, no, not sure about that.
They've speculated if it sells well, there'll be a version 2 or something that'll have removable media for it. But
oh, well, that's great.
Yeah. So everyone buy the first one, then in a couple of years' time, we can all go out and buy version 2.
I hope they just flood the market with those things because people would want to get them, and then it'll get all those bloody scalpers. They won't even be able to sell them off for $50, which would be hilarious because I bought it not intending to bloody sell it off. I bought it because it's awesome, and it's a really nice idea that they, especially around Christmas, that was a great idea. But yeah, just the whole distribution was just like
it's very poor.
Oh, definitely. But I highly recommend it if you can get your hands on it. Don't pay over $100. Go get the pre-order or just wait. And I hope it drops. But yeah, and I hope I can find a controller. Controllers are bloody hard to find now. But yeah, amazing little thing that is.
So you haven't got any new Transformers this week because you've been too busy doing that?
Yeah. Between this and Return to Arkham, no Transformers this week. You
know what? I'll take your Nintendo NES Mini and you whatever the heck Return to Arkham is, and I'll raise you a Google Daydream VR.
I hope it's better than my VR.
Brad, did you buy a $30 one?
It was $19.95.
Oh, there you go.
It's not that's not the problem. I've packed it away. The whole apparatus is not the problem. That's all fine. It's just the shitty CG roller coasters and that you get for off the app, the
Mac
store.
the Mac thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like Beast Wars animation, and then.
For the time, that was great though. Come on.
Yeah, and.
But not for today.
But even some better ones, it's still. Like, I've got an iPhone 6S, and you're still seeing the pixels in the screen. Like, it's magnifying the pixelated screen. It's not giving a clear.
Yeah, it does come down to the quality of the lenses in it. Like, the lenses are really meant to blur the lines between the pixels so you don't notice them as much. But
and again, 1995, so they're probably not the best lenses.
Sorry. Well, I know.
So I went to CES at the start of this year, and I chanced upon a company that was selling VR gear. And this guy... it was nearly closing time, so the guy was, a bit fast and loose with his whatever he was saying about his business, and he said to me, "Oh yeah, we're actually the official manufacturer of the lens that everyone needs to use to make a proper Google Cardboard kit."
Yep.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's you must be doing pretty well." And he's like,
God.
"We've made a lot of money out of it."
So how is it like? So
as a simple VR, it's fine. Like, the kids love it. The aquarium ones and that are pretty good. But
so Daydream is a little bit different. Daydream has a particular minimum spec requirement on your phone, and it's a bigger, more upmarket holder. It's made of fabric and it's a bit softer, and it's actually quite light as well.
I guess.
But it still has its roots in Google Cardboard, but it does have a strap to hold it onto your head, so that you don't have to hold it on. And
wait, there's versions where you have to hold it on.
Google
Cardboard just hold it for us.
Google Cardboard is not designed to be a long-term immersive thing, so they don't put a strap on it. But Daydream has a strap. It is designed to be used for a long period of time. It also has a controller as well. So.
Oh, cool.
Mine didn't. I got to check the eBay listing because mine didn't come with a controller.
Cardboard doesn't have a controller. Daydream does.
Oh, okay.
You got something better. You got something better than those two?
No,
Daydream.
No, because I can't. Like, there's flying apps and that, and you got the crosshairs, but I can't do anything. I can't. I need a controller.
Yeah, there is a button on your cardboard unit where you push it and it will touch the screen.
No,
or
not
it's
on this one, it isn't.
So you've just got a VR viewer, which is not actually cardboard compatible then. And okay, so suddenly we're back on the technology podcast. It
is good for watching. It is good for watching movies though. Just when you lose that, I can't remember what it's called now.
Perspective.
When you look at side view, when you lose all that and you just sort of
Peripheral
focus.
vision.
Yeah, it's sort of. I've never been to IMAX, but it's what I imagine IMAX being. Just saying, your whole view
IMAX
is
just really okay 3D. It's not amazing.
Yeah, but anyway.
3D is the worst thing invented, really.
Who wants to talk about Transformers?
Yay!
Maybe.
Since we are the podcast for Transformers Collectors Club Australia, Brad, let's talk about some member counts, and then we'll talk about a donation drive.
Thank you, Jason. Tonight we are still sitting on 130 paid members. I think we're going to have a paid members giveaway in January to start boosting those numbers up for the second half of the year. Facebook member count has risen today thanks to Brisbane Supernova to 1996. Independence Day all over again.
Yeah. Actually, I was trying to think of an appropriate cultural touchstone.
Oh, well, one more year and then it's one of the greatest years in the history of the Earth.
End of days?
No, 97.
97 was end of days.
Was it? Oh, okay. That makes sense that I was born then.
The world is not enough.
Kind of does. Yeah, well, the world is not enough for Mikey, is it? Anyway.
So, yes, that's the member count. Well, hopefully we jump a bit more over the weekend from Brisbane. The Christmas donation drive is now live. All the details have been posted up on the website, the Facebook group, and members have been emailed the donation details. We got Cara Fort Max, Masterpiece Grapple, got the Hasbro Computron gift set, Generations Rhinox, Galaxy Force Galvatron, the exclusive Pepsi Convoy Prime from G1.
It's not exactly from G1, but sure.
Oh, no, it is a G1. Yeah, it is a G1 reissue.
Yeah, reissue.
Exclusive thing.
But it's still cool. Like, it's unusual.
Yeah.
It's a nice little collector's piece.
Machine Wars Optimus Prime. We've got the R&D cover. I've got Scourge, Legends Rewind. Got one of the little Megatron Hallmark Christmas decoration ornament things they've just released, which are quite cool. They're little G1 Megatron.
You have to have a permit to own that, by the way. No,
it's a non-transferable statue ornament. Well, I think that he's got orange cap on his gun, but anyway. And got two packs of G1 playing cards too, so all the details.
Where do you get those cards?
eBay.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah,
that was easy.
States. Yeah. So that's that, and as we've been saying, yes, Brisbane Supernova is this weekend. So if you're in the area, head down and see John and Jared Griffith. Our John and Jared Griffith are down there hosting the table, and they've got a bit of a display for you. So head on down and say hello.
I saw a photograph of the display in the group. It looks quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
And our podcast code word is penguin. So go down there and say penguin, and we know you listen.
I think we need a new code word.
No penguin.
That's actually my code word for everything.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Trump related. All right.
I had to scroll.
Maybe it should be Megatron.
I really need a cricket sound effect.
Megatron, leader of the idiot cons.
That might be a good idea. Let's take a bit of a trip down memory lane, shall we? What we need is actually some kind of a vanishing effect for this.
Like the harp?
Yes, something like that. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm just telling my cat off.
Damn you for not getting me a harp, cat.
He just randomly had a T-shirt land on him.
That'll do it.
So a year ago today, this week, whatever, we had this very attractive red Bape camo version of MP10 very very rare, very exclusive. Goes for above $800 if you're looking for.
Way. And it doesn't even have a trailer. Wow.
Yes, it is. Okay.
Okay.
That was it.
Astro Train, calm down.
And it's a very red MP10 color too.
God, calm down, Astro Train.
What's with the train sound effect?
Windows open.
Oh, I thought you were actually playing that sound effect.
No, he was not.
No, that's about a kilometre away.
Okay, that really is a train. Okay.
I believe so.
Seems to have stopped now. So the Bathing Ape stores in Japan were selling this exclusively with limited quantities. Hence, why it's so expensive. It does look pretty good. Although actually, I noticed that he doesn't quite look the same on the box as he does in person.
Might be the lighting on the legs. The sheen.
The heads are different.
True. Yeah, it's definitely black, and that one's the head is red. Huh. I like the little symbol.
Yeah, he has a Bathing Ape deco instead of an Autobot symbol.
Autobot symbol, yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Does anyone have this? Premium Collectibles did put it up for auction a while ago.
Oh yeah, didn't that go for a pretty penny?
Yeah, I can't actually remember what it did go for, but it was definitely out of my league.
Yeah. And that's saying something.
Not really.
They didn't release a trailer to come with this. Well, I'm not saying it's necessary, but I'm just wondering.
The only other one from the MP10s is Eva. Was the only one that had trailers. None of the Bapes.
Yeah, because then Nemesis didn't. But the Shattered Glass is going to. So.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But the Shattered Glass version is the Hasbro, not Takara.
Yeah, true. But they should. Does that mean? Oh yeah, so that does mean it's going to be on shelves. That's cool. Might pick one up. What would have been cool if they gave this a trailer and like they decoed the insides of just like having bananas hanging from the ceiling and like little crates of bananas and stuff.
There's so many people are going bananas for Masterpieces this month. I don't know why.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, but that would have been an idea.
Let's move on. There's been a bit of a blunder in Target's recent toy catalog. They accidentally advertised their Titans Return Deluxes at $15 a pop. If you go back a few weeks ago, there was a rather well-regarded Kmart sale of $20 a pop for Titans Return Deluxes. At the time, we thought it was probably the lowest it was going to go.
Yeah.
So
Monday it started happening.
Target's misprint in their catalog was basically putting the wrong price on these guys, and so this week they've decided to honour their mistake price, which, if you think about this and you think that Target's normally got these things listed at $29, they're now selling them for $15, and they're happy to do that for a week. So it really says something about the profit they're making on these figures.
Regular price $25.
Yeah, that's not actually true. The regular price.
No, yeah, exactly. Yep.
So, if you are watching the live stream, that's good until this. And actually, not this Sunday. It's actually a couple of weeks.
27th. Yeah, we got this month.
The 20. Okay, so they're actually honouring their sale price. So that's good.
Oh,
there was a
massive loss.
Yeah. Oh well, very possibly. They're also doing RID one-step changes at $6, and they've got something else, but yeah. Some of the one-step changes.
I think they're only talking about the one-step and the deluxes there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it says in bold RIG one-step and deluxe return.
That is correct. It does say that. Yes.
Yeah.
That was what they advertised in their catalogue.
It's basically half price. How good is that? But I just don't care.
Yeah. But don't forget too, there's only 8 deluxes. Wave 1 and 2, if you're lucky enough to have all them at your
imagine if you got the entire way, like both waves at this price.
Yeah, but it's still only 8 figures. It's 8 deluxes.
There you go.
From Wave 1 and 2.
And aren't they all the original Headmasters? Because you got the
not
3.
all of them.
Yeah.
Well, not all. Well, Brainstorm, no. Brainstorm, yeah.
This is just fuel for scalpers. That's what this is.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Buy low,
That's
sell
pretty
high.
much it.
I don't know about that. I mean, like, if you haven't already picked them up, maybe you weren't going to because they've been on sale for a while. But yeah, fair enough.
Just
So
pick 'em up now.
basically, what's going on here? Target misprinted the catalog, and now they've put up a sign that says we got it wrong. We misprinted it, but we're going to honor it anyway. Why is the sign there?
Isn't it on the toys, the aisle?
Yeah, but like, why not just honor the price that was in the catalog? You don't actually need to put the sign out. It's just like,
Well, I guess it's just telling you the Target's catalog ends Sunday, 27th of November.
I know.
Maybe
but
Yeah, but it's got the end date at the back of the catalog anyway.
Yeah.
It's just.
So does that mean they're not actually in store? They haven't changed the prices, but if you go up and say, look at the catalog,
no,
so they'd have the actual prices there.
The price of the item is the price of the item. They've lowered the price of the item to the price that was in the catalog and put up an unnecessary sign for it.
I guess it's just to like assure them that this is never going to happen again, as far as they can help it.
Until the next time it happens.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's hope. That'd be nice.
So the other interesting local retail news is that
wow.
The reject. What's really funny?
Oh, just the reject shop are at it again.
Yeah, like you could say that, but they're not. It's not as good a deal as the Jetfire was last year.
No.
They do have some. They do have some leftover Combiner Wars Legend scale figures.
That's all right though.
Photo, of course. Looking at the photo that AJ McDonald posted in the group, we got Bombshell, Warpath, Wreck-Gar, and Shockwave.
Wow.
They're at the reject shop for $10 a piece.
Especially if you've collected the other Insecticons and you haven't been able to find the Bombshell, and there you go, $10 off price.
The Bombshell was pretty common this time last year.
Well, just in case you missed it for some reason.
He's the one and only, or the main one that only got here. You can do a few Wreck-Gars for your Junkions, fruit build them, but just the amount of times I had to hunt for that Shockwave.
Yeah.
And now here it is. I'll go in the reject shop and I bet there'll be 6 on there for $10 each.
It was always going to be easy to get them later. They're Legends.
It's actually quite funny. It's quite funny to see the little Shockwave wield himself. You can actually do that. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. And
so maybe
Star
for that
Wars
purpose.
Star Wars stuff there too. I won't sit at mine. Anyway.
Your reject shop is a reject. All right. Yeah. That's about it. Let's talk about some new figures. Transformers RID. Yeah, he's actually a bit smiling. There's some new RID figures got announced today by Hasbro, and you might feel like it's a somewhat coordinated PR stunt that they're up to, because every single site that's posted these has gone, Transformers is going back to Generation 1. What a surprise.
Oh, no.
So, basically, they are bringing some G1 characters into the RID line, which is the main characters in RID. Not really many of them are G1s. There's only Bumblebee and Prime, really.
I just seen it say Blur.
Bumblebee, Grimlock, Sideswipe.
Yes, it does say Blur. This is because this is Blur. This is the one change.
I thought they'll just
using
the colour. Because I thought the Soundwave was...
this is not Soundwave. This is Blur.
No. Well,
I thought they were just using the colour. Like, when we get to the Soundwave, I thought that was the Wolf.
What I'm thinking...
Okay. Now that Brad has utterly destroyed the flow of the story... There are some one-step changes. There are some Warrior class, which is RID's versions of Deluxe, and there's a new Combiner class, which is just basically another way for another way to say a Deluxe and a Minicon. This is the one-step change of Blur. Now, people are saying that he's come over from the what's the kids cartoon, Robot Heroes? No,
Rescue Bots, and I'd say
Rescue
definitely.
Bots. Yeah, so Blur as the character seems to have come over from that series.
So that's what I'm thinking, that they're going to try and link RID with which it makes sense because they're very kitty down versions. So then they could never link Prime to RID to Rescue Bots, but linking RID with Rescue Bots, yeah, I can definitely see them doing that.
That Prime's been in Rescue Bots before.
No. I mean, yeah, I know, but like, I mean,
he's also the fire station.
I know, but I mean, like, as in the Prime universe, like that really dark universe could also be linked to that. But now it's all kitty-fied. We can link them together. I know it technically is.
What if they did something crazy like having the same guy voice Optimus Prime in both shows?
No, they're the same Prime. I know they are.
Yeah.
They're trying to establish a universe where everything's connected in some way.
Hey, look! There's a sound wave.
They tried to.
Yeah, there is a sound wave.
There's a sound wave. It's 3-step sound wave. A little bit boring. Notably, because this is RID, it is linked to Prime, as you were saying. Notably, this is a very big throwback for Soundwave's design to a much more G1 design.
Animated, kinda, really.
Yeah, I also
thought animated.
I do see some animated in here as well. But compared to what Soundwave looked like in Prime, where he was
this is big.
Also, weirdly, that version of Soundwave has been in
the show.
Transformers RID.
Yes, he has.
So, Soundwave is about to get out of the whatever the phase dimension is, and he's apparently going to take on a new alt form.
Just like Starscream, he just explains it. Oh, I got away from these guys, and then I decided to look like my G1 self, and now I'm back. I was like, okay, that's a great explanation. Good. But he looks cool though.
This looks cooler.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next up is the Activator Combiner Soundwave, and as I said, it's basically it's not a warrior class. Sorry, he's a small guy, and he combines with Laserbeak.
I'd say it's between
I'm not entirely sure how he combines.
Legion and I'd say between Legion and Warrior. This would be this class, I guess, which is odd.
So Activators
Yes.
Activators in Transformers Animated were tiny. They were the little guys that they call Legion now, or Legend scale. So I don't know. This looks like it might be a little bit bigger than the Activators of old. Mostly because that price point and that size point is already taken. So
because the Activators had a little lever that auto transformed them. I guess. Yeah. I don't think they'll have levers here. It'll probably just be like the little one-step changes. You just pull them apart and then they come together.
They don't look like they're very complicated transformations.
But he actually looks really good. Like his robot mode looks really bulky and it looks in proportion and stuff. Really.
Yeah.
A lot of the RID figures share that trait, actually.
They do.
It's just that a lot of us are a bit snobby and we don't necessarily look at them.
No, I like the Laserbeak. It's a nice little look for Laserbeak.
It is. I'm not sure.
Yep.
I'm not sure where Laserbeak is in his robot mode. Like, it doesn't seem like it actually combines with him.
Well,
I'm also not sure if I think Laserbeak's the gun on top of the car as well.
He is there. He's probably like on the back of Soundwave, making those rocket launchers come out or something. I don't know. Maybe. But yeah, he turns.
It might be just packaged off the side of the bubble like a accessory.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I think it's a parts former.
So here's some other guys. There's the Legend scale Blur.
It looks neat.
Looks all right.
He's nice and blue.
I've never been particularly taken by any of the Legends figures in RID.
Wait, so this is the second Blur?
Yes, this is the second Blur.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, combined. Yeah, right. Okay.
He's not a combiner.
He's a Legion.
Yeah. Yep.
And coming along with him is Cyclonus.
Interesting. It's obviously just a Starscream, but whatever, we'll take it.
He's very flat in robot mode.
It is an interesting take on Cyclonus, I think. They certainly.
I swear I didn't pull the trigger.
Oh dear, I hate that thing so much.
He's back.
Yeah, he's
saying Jason. Sorry.
So that's an interesting take on Cyclonus.
I like it.
Got kind of crappy arms. I don't know.
Yeah, but it's literally the Starscream thing remolded with quite heavily actually. It kind of looks like a jet Vehicon in a way.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'd like to see him on the show.
like I said, I'm not really taken by any of these guys at the Legend scale. And there's the Legend Starscream.
Is that? Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, it's Legend Starscream. I think he's released. I don't know why they're showing him.
I think you'll find that the Warrior version is released.
Warrior's release. Maybe the Legion's just coming out or something, because I've seen reviews. Maybe not here, probably just in America, but yeah.
So note that the nose cone is blue on this one. I don't think this one's been released.
Oh, okay. Right.
So yeah.
Very interesting.
Also, so let's move on up to the Warrior class. Now, one of the highlights, highlights of the RID line so far has actually been Megatronus. And so they're going to stick with Megatronus because he's kind of fun to play with. And so they've remolded him into Bludgeon, which this is one hell of a remold. Definitely. They've really added a lot of color onto him. And and that face sculpt is pretty good too.
Oh, I love this thing. I think I'll pick this up. This is the computer version of it. It's not going to look this good.
Yeah.
But remember that first version we saw of Bludgeon? He was kind of in Fortress Maximus colors, and he had an Autobot logo. I'm just like, I don't like where they're going with this. But this looks, I mean, if it's anything close to this, like that head sculpt is amazing. But this looks sick. I hope he's in the show. That'd be absolutely awesome.
Apparently, all of these guys are going to turn up in the show.
Nice.
So
that'd be great to get some on screen.
I don't think
There's
we've
6
had
new
Bludgeon on
Warrior
screen.
figures. Let's keep going. Look, it's another Blur.
Yeah, and I really do think that this one is maybe shares. Well, it definitely shares some traits. If not, it is a heavy retool of the Prime Wheeljack, the RID Wheeljack.
I don't think he is.
I
like you can clearly see his roof and his stuff on his back, whereas Wheeljack has those parts on his arm.
Yeah, they might have just remolded it.
I think perhaps you should just stop trying to connect it to Prime Wheeljack. It's not Prime.
They might be
Wheeljack.
using the vehicle mode as a
We shall see.
design, but I do like that big glass canopy on it. It's too bad it just sticks on his back, but it's a nice looking figure.
I don't really like the whole clear weapon thing. I've never really liked clear weapons.
Well, you want to link it to Prime. Let's say you can put it in the jackhammer and plug the little power lead in the back of it and have it light up.
But I don't think that'll happen. Well, it might happen, but no.
Yeah. We're looking at Skywarp here. Now, this is the Warrior Skywarp, which I think you'll find that this is the repaint of the Starscream that is now available.
Yeah.
And so, if they're going to do Starscream, they may as well do Skywarp. They're going to do Thundercracker as well, and thus turn them into yet another trio of Seekers that I need to own.
Yeah.
Coneheads.
Or it will be. Oh wow. Okay, that'd be interesting. Or they'll do it like a special Takara release, and then it'll be impossible to get, and then it'll be impossible to complete the mainline Seekers. Yeah, probably. But I'd really like to see them in the show. I'd really like to see what they do with them in R&D, because I'm starting to actually enjoy watching R&D. Yeah, exactly. So he might as well bring out his Seeker buddies, because that'd be nice. Yeah. And that, I mean, they love going for the thing of, if we've already got this CGI model, why don't we just use it again, and it can be a different character. So, and this would be the best thing to do it, because that's what they did in G1.
Yeah, I like the way they've remolded this though, and I like the color on it.
Yeah, the color looks good. Although it'll look different in hand, because this is the
model, glossy CGI.
Now here's the sound wave you want. The one that can actually pose.
It's a bit busty.
The one you didn't ask for, but must have.
Yes, the one I didn't ask for.
See, I don't think he comes with Laserbeak unless those things on his shoulders combine to form Laserbeak or something.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't.
Okay. I don't know. It's just like, I think his head's too small, and then like his body's way too big. It looks like
any attention to the RID line so far.
Yeah, but like that head just fits the Slender so well. Not really.
Yeah, they all look like they're pretty much in line with each other. I like the design. I'm increasingly appreciating the fact that RID has actually set a style for their figures and they're sticking to it. But they are just branching out just a little bit more and tackling tougher characters. Because like they've been doing things like Quillfire and what's his name? The car that transforms into a frog, and they've been shying
Yeah,
away
I've seen
from
that.
actually doing. Yeah, they've been shying away from doing the iconic characters. And
and like robot modes.
Mm.
Yes, yeah. Especially where the cons are concerned. So, probably a hint that there's going to be a big change coming up in the story in terms of the cons. But yeah,
I love his hands.
So I think you'll find this is the Starscream that's already out.
Yep.
He's the one with the grey nose instead of the blue one, and he's because he's in all of the listings. He's now behind Skywarp. He's now to be known as the Skywarp repaint. But
Skywarp come first.
well, so Thundercracker did Thundercracker come first in Combinables? He did. So Thundercracker, then Starscream, then Skywarp. So
Yeah.
So he looks all right too. Spindly legs, but that's okay. Or upper legs anyway.
He's a jet. He should have.
I'm not sure how that matters, but okay.
I don't know how to respond.
Not as much jet kibble. If he's got smaller proportions in robot mode, he should be able to tuck away better for a transformation.
Besides that, we also have Twinferno.
Very weirdly.
In RID with a very hollow leg, which Brad's gonna be very upset about. I can tell.
This thing is odd. Like, it's like a bomber, like a red bomber that's just attached to dragon heads to the front of it, and is that not how you roll on a Saturday night when you're hitting the town? True. I prefer a tank that has two bulldog heads on it, but anyway. But I don't know. Well, it's unique. I doubt he'll be in the show, but if he's in the show, then wow.
Apparently, he's in the show. Apparently, all these guys are in the show.
That's so odd.
Brad, what do you think of Twinferno?
Thank you, Jason. I have no comment. Those holes in the legs, I have no issue with them. It's more the whole character design, the whole thing here. I just have no issue. No,
I don't have an issue with the hollow legs. I hate the entire thing.
I hate the entire thing, but the hollow legs. They did the hollow legs really well.
The hollow legs are very good.
It's
gold dragon heads.
Gold dragon head bomber. Yes.
Goat dragon heads.
I kind of love it, but like I really wish it was just a twin-headed dragon and not a jet dragon hybrid. I mean, it's a new take and it's interesting, but
that's the thing. I don't want to shit on it because it's not Optimus Prime, it's not Bumblebee, it's not Soundwave. It's something new and
it's something different. It's something very, very different. And yes,
I remember asking when we were looking at Titan's Return Twinferno a couple of weeks ago, and I was just like, his hands the dragon heads, and this one, the answer is definitely yes.
Yeah.
This one seems to have better articulation in the hands, the elbows, because the other ones just have big curved for the necks of the dragon with the clamp. There's no elbows or nothing, where at least this has elbows.
Yes, we'll see how that works out.
Well, the original G1 character had the claw hands, and I think he was actually probably one of the first to have the monster hand.
I think we might be at the end of the new RID figures. Yes, we're back to that one step changer. Is anyone interested in the one step changer, or is it now just like give me the warriors?
Yeah, no, sorry, one step changer. Good, I guess, but nah, sorry.
Yeah, the young fella, he'll do it once or twice and then gets bored and wants something out of the shelf. Yeah. Something that's a bit hard to transform.
So, is it fair to say that we're looking forward to the new RID wave for the first time in ever?
Yes.
I need to get caught up on the show. That's what I need to do.
It's not long. It's
painful.
It's not long.
It's not that painful. Yeah, you get used to it. I've been watching it on Daily Motion.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I usually try to do.
Someone very kindly uploads them all to Daily Motion.
And some of them actually have been, the day they come out, upload to YouTube, and it's there for a couple of days and then it's down. But if you want to watch it on YouTube, you can.
Yeah.
Bludgeon, just like, I love it. It's really, really cool. It's, I want him to be the big bad now.
The highlights.
Yeah.
Maybe
I want him to be the big bad. That'd be so cool because that'd be the first time, other than that Revenge of the Fallen, the short thing where they turn the toys into a little web series, that'd be the first time we've had a series
bludgeon.
where bludgeon's been in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
I'd love to see it stand next to the Megatronus just to see how much of a retool it actually is, because it looks like they've done a lot of work there on that.
Yeah. The chest, definitely. The head, obviously.
I just don't have.
There we go.
We're gonna have one.
Megatronus.
I just can't recall the figure itself.
Definitely chest.
Yeah,
Yep, arms as well. The shoulders.
Mikey.
That's quite heavy.
That's
That's a different one. Yep, sorry. Yep,
Megatronus?
Ultra class.
Thanks.
There he is there. Oh, you can't see where I'm
That's
pointing.
also
That
the
one.
Ultra one.
No.
Yes.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe I should just pick the one off my shelf.
Where is he?
Yeah, I'm actually just going to change.
Why is that so odd?
Warrior.
Yep, that'll help. There you go. Okay. Yeah, it's heavy.
Oh, that's
Quite
a
heavy.
big difference.
Yeah. Legs may be the same-ish. But other than that,
so you can see the feet, right? And the knees are a little bit different.
no, yeah, knees are different. Yep.
His guns are quite different. So this
Yeah.
one, the arms form the cannons for the gun.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good thing, though.
That's a preview of the next story.
Well, that just goes around to the back of the cannon.
I actually prefer that because, like, I didn't like the cannon mode, but or the vehicle mode. But now the vehicle mode actually looks more like something, so that's quite cool.
So this version of Megatronus is quite good in terms of representing how he is in the show. But yeah, it's just a little bit different for Bludgeon. So
his crotch looks more like a samurai skirt look that he likes to genuinely have. I think. Can you get possibly a picture of the tank mode of Megatronus? Because I think that shovel is definitely different. The shovel.
But just that whole torso sort of adds more depth with the last one.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, see, it's kind of non-existent there, but like with Bludgeon, everything's filled out. It makes it look like it is actually a full tank. You know what I mean? It has more
because
going on
Megatronus
with
is kind of hollow in the middle.
Yeah, hollow, basically. Yeah, definitely. I love the little. It's also got a cow catcher type thing, which is really quite cool. Yeah, this thing looks amazing, really.
Yep.
For a IRID figure, the head sculpt is the perfect blend of the samurai helmet and the skull. Yeah, looks amazing.
Just wait and see how much detail's in that face when it comes out.
Oh, I guess people can repaint it, or Ventakara will make it better. They've been doing it alone.
All right.
But yeah.
All right, let's move on. We had a slight preview of it before. There's new official pictures of MP36 Masterpiece, the new Masterpiece Megatron. The official pictures are out now, and there should be some pre-order listings. A lot of us are waiting for the Japanese pre-orders to go up, but we'll see. They're just an indication of what's going to sell. See if they sell out. Now, I got to say, personally, this shot doesn't do it for me. Megatron's shoulders and the top of his chest look like an absolute mess.
The arms, the knees, yeah.
He's a bit anorexic. I'll give him that.
Wait until you see his waist.
Yeah, but then I've seen some of the poses he can get into.
Some of the poses are amazing.
Yeah, like that one where he's that one.
Yeah, that waist is disgusting.
No,
that waist is horrible.
That is an epic pose that I never think I could get a Megatron that turns into a gun could do. That I think that sold it on me. And I'm not selling my Mitron. I'm just getting this as well.
I'll do that for Polygon tomorrow.
Good luck.
Yuck.
So this really shows off where I'm not super happy about the mess under his neck. They just need to stop. They just need to stop having him lean forward when they're taking photos.
just lead him upwards.
Just have him stand up. That's fine.
I love how the Hasbro are the first ones that find a way to make the mace make it articulate. Not articulate. Yes, articulate. Yes, articulate. I like it because all of them before. I mean, it's cool to have it on a ball and chain, but you just can't do anything dynamic with it. But now because of this looks. I love it. I really do love it. Then you also have the option of the chain as well, so that's really cool. His legs do look like shockwaves a bit.
I told you. I reckon they've gone. Yeah, we know how to do a gun now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Just the transformation looks like it's going to be a talking like a big talking point because there looks like there's a bunch of moving like a. I love that.
I can fly.
I'm so happy. Woo!
Look under the arms. Look at the
it's actually more like Jack. I'm flying.
But also, this is also the first time they've incorporated the stock into like a flight stand.
Can someone who's listening to the show please Photoshop out the kitchen bench background and put Leonardo DiCaprio from Titanic?
A bit of maybe on Broadside or on Tidal Wave or something. That'll be funny. I love that.
On top of the staircase.
I'm quite happy to have picked this a little while ago when we were looking at the prototype pictures that the sight and the shoulder kits and stuff become the stand for it.
That is so good. That's clever. And no one's done that yet, which is good for Takara.
I don't need my Megatron to fly.
That looks good. See, I've got to be honest, Megatron, I do expect the bulk of like Mitron or what's his name? Despotron. And you don't really have it here. And I've got to be honest, like Prime or Convoy, he is the definitive Optimus Prime. I don't think. Yeah. But he's perfect because he's got the bulkiness right. Whereas this Megatron kind of looks like he doesn't transform and he's just like a Revoltech or something.
It's the curse of having to transform into the gun.
Yeah, true. Mm-hmm. And I think he's just a bit like a hair too small whenever he's compared to Prime.
I do feel like he could be maybe like 5 or 10% larger.
Yeah, definitely. But just to have like that is amazing. That is stunning. That they've given us like a completely new accessory with an interchangeable chest, which is pretty cool. But that just looks like you've sold me on that. Like just that is like taken from the Generation. That's like the scene from the Generation 1 movie. Like exactly that. And
that's the best shot. That's the best shot they've taken of him, and that's the only pose you'd put him in. Although that ankle looks bad.
I think that this is possibly the first time that we've actually seen a masterpiece in the last year, let's say, maybe a little bit further back, actually, the last few years, where they've actually really not tried to capture the cartoon design of the character, and they have given him an upgrade. Like you can see it in the chest part where there's that, the red square and the circles and stuff like that's quite an upgrade over the G1 character. And a lot of the arm design is very different. And like, I guess the fact of the matter is you can't go cartoon accurate for Megatron because the cartoon Megatron looks nothing like the gun.
Exactly. Because he's got those huge legs, like they're really bulky, like the Despotron legs.
So I feel like what we're getting with this Megatron is actually Takara's designers going, you know what? Okay, it's 2016. If we were going to design G1 Megatron now, this is what he would look like.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, because if you are to display him next to Prime, they're just so different. Like, but I love it for that. Like, I just I think they probably are going for more of the movie. Was he a bit more? I think they did put a bit more. Oh, they obviously did put a bit more effort into
they did put a lot more detail into some of them in the movie, but there's still things here that aren't in the movie, like the design on the crotch and stuff like that.
True. Oh yeah, true.
So have you pre-ordered him? You haven't. I have.
No, I'm waiting to do that. And I'm also waiting to get a permit thingy. So you've got until April. But so I haven't pre-ordered him per se, but I'm waiting for a friend to order him for me. Brad, what are you doing?
I think
we've killed Brad.
I'll precursor this with 2 comments. 1, they're trying to make a gun into a robot, and 2, I don't know what the second.
Solid.
This is the worst.
Very good.
This is the worst looking masterpiece since MP10.
Since MP10.
I don't think he's the worst, but that's okay. You're allowed to think that.
This is my opinion.
I'm just trying to say. I don't think it's a bad looking masterpiece. I just think it's not a cartoon looking masterpiece.
It's a different.
No, I'm not. No, that's not the cartoon accuracy or that. It's just the look of the figure. Those legs, Shockwave surely legs. That there. Look under those arms when he's flying. Just look. That's horrible. The engineering. Again, it's got to go from a gun into a robot. But this is just. This isn't a masterpiece, Megatron. This isn't a masterpiece for me at all.
No. It is a masterpiece, Megatron.
It says it in the name.
Yeah, for those, I don't understand the complete oozing out like the love for it. I hope it transforms good, but good luck with those that have.
That's a stunning gun mode.
Yep, I bet that figure doesn't transform. I bet that's a prop or something. But anyway.
Okay. Do you want to make a bet, Brad?
Worst transformation in tracks. You want to go? Worst transformation in tracks.
Did you say you bet it doesn't transform?
No, the gun. That gun isn't a transforming figure. That's just the prop gun.
I beg to differ.
I bet that hasn't been transformed once. All right. Anyway, yeah, I've got no time in the world for this whatsoever.
You like your Apollyon, and that's how you're gonna stay, right?
It's not.
So,
yeah.
Can we look at this? Look at this shot for a minute. We've just got the. For people listening on the audio, we've just got the shot of him looking, sort of standing straight
forward, straight on.
I do feel that for this robot mode to work properly for me, I do feel like the waist needs to come down by just a little bit, and just a slightly larger chest area and a slightly smaller head.
It kind of does look like
he's got no neck.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, he kind of does look like he's wearing a big black diaper. But
that bottom section is sitting way too high. He's got no waist. Like the waist is.
Abdomen, like or longer chest area, abdomen area. It is kind of squished.
That's sort of a problem with the gun alt mode, is that you don't really have that much to play with.
Because with the third parties, the third parties haven't been catering to the gun. Like, I get what Brad's saying. The third parties have been catering to, let's make a good looking robot mode.
I don't want to compare this to the third party ones. I just want to compare this figure and just as it looks. I don't want to compare it to any of the other ones. Like, okay, right, you said some of the other guns are bigger and bulkier, so you get the mass for the robot. But just looking at this as this stands, just the height of the diaper on him, the contracted waist,
the height of the diaper. That's it.
People bitched. I do not see any difference between this and Ironhide.
The height of the diaper.
What is the difference between this and Ironhide? Diaper-wise, nothing yet. Ironhide was the worst thing ever.
Oh, he's not the worst thing ever.
I do think there is a bit of a difference between this and Ironhide in terms of the hip skirt, because Ironhide people.
I'm talking about the diaper, but yeah, all right. Hip skirt's different.
The hip skirt and the diaper are actually the same thing, but Ironhide people felt was not meant to actually have that skirt, whereas Megatron does have those black pieces.
He definitely does.
But
even the G1 does.
I do feel like they're too big.
The side flaps.
Yeah.
But I wonder if it's just because the legs. I wonder if it's just because the legs are sort of pivoted out. They look a lot bulkier here than what they do in other photos, but that's just because they're turned out a bit. You're getting some of that depth to add to the width, but I've said my piece over this. I'm not going to talk about the game.
They obviously did cater to the gun before they catered to the robot mode. I'm guessing because I think they just
worse since MP5. I'll go back to MP5 because Grimlock and Hot Rod are good.
But you weren't calling MP10 bad, were you?
No, just the worst figure that's released.
Oh, okay, since they've been released. Okay, fair enough. I was about to say, I thought you said MP10 was bad.
I was using it as a starting
no,
point.
that's not how the English language works.
Although it doesn't work for me, so anyway.
No, that's just your typing.
I tried to use vocal communications today, and it turned out to not work as well. So anyway,
Oh, that was funny.
Do you mean you tried to use voice input?
Yep.
Yeah, no, fair enough too.
This will be a very interesting figure to transform because just look, yeah, he's got panels everywhere, but I still think he's worth being in your collection because he looks like a Megatron. He looks.
Was it
he
220?
Looks like
What PC put it up for?
PC 220, yeah.
Was it 220?
Even that. Why is this worth more than Shockwave?
That this is actually worth.
Oh, the accessories. Well,
yeah, well.
Blood.
No.
Junk to leave in the trunk. Rightio.
Really? Okay.
Yep. Let's go.
Okay, they didn't need the key. They didn't really need the helmet, but I think the rest is kind of mandatory. Yeah, the iconic.
No, you don't have the ball and chain that can hang. You can hang the other piece.
That's just
That ball and chain with the actual chain, it can only hang.
$10.
It can only hang. And the battle damage.
That's the unique thing about this one's ball and chain. The other ball and chains have been the same, and I think that's a nice thing about this ball and chain. I like the whole. I love the chest thing, the chest and the face sculpt to match.
Can you go up to that battle damage picture where they've got the chest and the face on him?
And the gun. And I think the gun is kind of mandatory.
There. Look how nice and smooth those calves are, and his top of his wrists, and his barrel.
That looks great.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know. It's to each in their own. But
angles. I will also just point out that as we've often seen with masterpieces, they come out, they get announced, and people hate on them, and then they go and buy them. And they're like, "This is the best masterpiece ever."
I did the same with Hot Rod. I did the same with Hot Rod. I won't say it's the best.
Hot Rod's an amazing little figure. He looked trash from the photos, but he's actually really good. Shit, lost my train of thought. Yes.
Hot Rod's not the pride of my collection, but I did buy it in the end. So, yeah. But yeah. All right.
Oh, gee.
All right.
Let's reconvene when we start getting this in the hands of reviewers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
No. I think we'll reconvene next week. We just might not talk about it.
I kind of the thing that I want to see is a review of it, the transformation, to see that there's no points in which that this feel like it's going to break. Or if it comes misassembled, I'm not going to buy it. But the transformation looks like it's going to be like really thin pieces, possibly in some areas. And I think I'm not going to actually put down anything for this until I see someone physically transform it with their hands and review it.
It holds together by friction.
Yeah.
There's no tabs to keep all that together. It's all friction.
Yeah. You never know. Well, you do know that. I don't think Takara would do that. But I think we're going to have, at least my personal opinion, I need to see this thing handled and not stock photos taken on a bench with bench background.
Yeah. I'll throw you a bone. I reckon he's got the best looking Megatron hands out of them all.
I think he's got the best looking Megatron head sculpt as well. I thought Mitron's was good, but this one is... I can't fault this head.
I
love how happy he's flying.
Yeah, I know, right? Are those fingers actually like articulated individually?
It's got just a trigger finger. Trigger finger's articulated.
I think. Oh well, it doesn't show it. So
but then the others articulate at the first knuckle, so
you can see it there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they might be more articulated than Primes, possibly. If I don't think there's a. Oh,
actually.
Okay, so there you go. No. That is not his hand. That has to be I think that's an inclusion that we haven't seen because I don't think his hands would spread like that. But it hasn't been shown.
No, that's a pretty common. It's a pretty common spread for like the bottom three fingers to move as one.
But if you look at actually no.
Because that might be just bending. That's bending at the joint. That's.
It's probably It's probably just going like that instead of going like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they're pretty.
Well,
I like those.
That's
hands.
it. You go up like that and without bring your fingers together and you always
Yeah.
form a fist.
Yeah, but at first
So-
I thought that he came with extra hands, but they've apparently showed us everything that comes with it. So those might be the best Masterpiece hands we've had, TBA. But
I think they're about the same as other Masterpiece hands, really.
but the rest of them only have this move and then this move and then this move.
Prime has the same level of articulation on his hands.
Prime has
the three fingers move together and the trigger finger move. So he's the equal to Prime.
But
Prime's got one better because he has the rocket, the explosive detaching index finger that loves to just shoot off and
get lost,
go wherever it wants. Yeah,
inhaled by pets. Yeah. I don't know. This looks pretty good.
I've decided I like this pose.
I've decided I like this figure. But I just can't justify putting money down on it until I see what happens. You know what it does, like how it transforms.
You put money down on everything on a whim.
Well, no. Okay. Example. Give me an example.
You just bought 3 sweeps.
Yeah, but
I get cone heads.
Huh? The cone heads were because I've had the no, but I saw no. See, I didn't buy these. These sweeps have been out for a while. I watched reviews on them and decided that I liked the MP11 mold, so I decided to get the cone head. Other than that, I think I've seen reviews of Mitron before, Tyrant, lots of my figures before I actually buy them. Chigga and Gawalt. I usually watch reviews before I buy things, unless they're things that are gonna sell out crazy, like not to do with Transformers, but you know. Yeah.
I'm not sure we're doing that, but that's okay. I think we spent a long time talking about Megatron, and I think we should probably move on.
Then again, there's not much news.
No, it's okay. It's enough about Megatron. It's now time to talk about Megatronia.
Megatronia. What a good segue.
Megatron's wife.
Apparently. Oh, is it?
No,
I don't know.
Isn't that what's on the?
It
looks. I've got to say, it looks pretty cool.
So ultimately, the reason I bought this guy, gal, whatever, is actually because of the craziness of the colors. It's similar to the G2 Bruticus feel for me.
Yeah, definitely.
The way there's so many bright colors on this, and they all come together quite well.
I love it. It's unique, and I like because this means Japan's not getting a Victorion, they're getting a Megatronia. Because unless they get the US release, because I don't think they have had a Takara version of.
They haven't. No.
So I like this is I like how it's very colorful. I love the sword. It's really unique and gold, and then the really cool purple, pinkish purple. Yeah, and it's also uniform because they all have the black in them. Or at least the legs and they all have black in them, and I think that also ties them together. I think it looks better than Victorion, in all honesty. I think the Victorion color scheme is absolute trash, really.
I'm glad they toned down Victorion's color scheme before it came out.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know why it was a choice to begin with, and I don't know who chose them.
No, I love how they muted the colours a lot. Like just that blue, the blues and that through it. They're sort of a lot duller. They're not a real shiny colour. As you said, that sword, even the Victorion sword, looks good. I just love the way that sword looks.
I just love the fact that Victorion's sword and Megatronia's sword, they look like they come from a completely different toy line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like a Sentai Power Ranger type thing, yeah. Or something along those lines, yeah. The only thing that I don't really like about the mold of the sword is that I just don't think the blade is long enough. I think the blade, like the two blades that form the thing, I think it should just be like a bit longer. It's an alright length, but like I think just like it doesn't seem like it's long enough, really.
I kind of think it's okay. I mean, it is the size of a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also have to take into account that the small robots have to hold it and make it look, like they can hold it.
I think the blade is actually 3 weapons combined, isn't it?
Yeah, you got 2 of the same swords, and then the hilt, no, the stem
You
of
got
the
the
axe thing.
bowcaster.
Yeah,
you got the bowcaster there. Yeah.
And then you've got a shield. Yeah.
Mm.
No, this looks great, and I love. Yeah, I really do like when combiners a uniform, and this is really unique, and works well for an evil character.
So, this actually came from Takara's Twitter account.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Right.
Yes. 119 days and say things in the center fire engine giant robo. But a destructive fire car, Transformer Unit Warriors UWEX Megatronia, and a link to Takara Tell Me More. So,
That is some very interesting English.
Thank you, Takara. Hopefully that's not 119 days until it's released. Maybe it is.
Maybe they were trying to say $119.
Wow.
That's interesting.
No, I don't think they do that because their currency is yen.
Yeah.
It's not going to be 119 yen.
That's interesting. That's a while to wait for this thing.
Maybe it's existed for 100. The wait's been 119 days, and finally it's here.
Maybe it's felt like 119 days.
Yeah, I'm not sure when it's actually coming out. Anyway, there's one more small news story for this week, and then I think we can probably wrap up. There are some reissues of Masterpieces coming if you are after them. So if you are after Masterpiece Optimus Prime MP10, Starscream MP11, which is actually quite a good get to reissue, MP13 Soundwave and Laserbeak, 15 Rumble and Jaguar, and 16 Frenzy and Buzzsaw. If you're after Starscream, Soundwave, the tapes, or Optimus, these guys are getting reissued in the next 6 months or so. All the prices for the reissues and the pre-orders have gone up in the last day or so. So step on over to those sites that are doing those pre-orders if you want to, and if you are after these guys, get on the pre-orders now. Otherwise, they will be more expensive in the future.
Definitely. And these are the characters that should, like, MP10 was one of the, this MP10 got me into collecting Masterpieces, and now people that are getting into it, it's just like, oh, it's so hard to find a good priced MP10. Like, this is a smart reissue. So is the Starscream. So is the Soundwave with the other reissue coming, unless it's the same thing.
Well, so the other reissue is Hasbro Asia, and so this one is for Japan.
So, and then the tapes as well. I think this is really smart, especially when Megatron's coming out. You're getting your other core Decepticons. You've got Starscream, Soundwave, and the tapes, and Megatron, and then you just got to get the other two Seekers, and then you have the original first wave of G1. Maybe
you have the lot. So these guys are all coming back out around the release of MP36. That's Megatron. So they're all around April, and so it makes sense to get the Decepticons to go with him, but it also makes sense to get Optimus to go against.
Yeah, exactly. Because you go into these groups, and there's always a person looking for a Masterpiece Prime, and this is really smart because I think everyone deserves a chance to own this mold, the original one as well, and you pit the original one to the new Megatron.
Oh, your Megatron of choice.
Your Megatron of choice. Batteries not included.
There's been some there's been some murmurs whether or not Sound Blaster is going to get thrown on the end of this, or it'll be the next couple of months.
About Sound Blaster? Maybe they should just release Rat Bat.
Yeah,
Screw Sound Blaster.
All right, I think that is the end of the news for this week. So we can bring it back. I don't think we've got. I don't think any of us have any new acquisitions to talk about.
No, just a VR headset. We've got nothing else.
I pre-ordered some. I didn't pre-order. I ordered some repro labels for some figures because I really love repro labels and like what they do to the figures, and like putting them, like applying them is I find that quite enjoyable. So and they do a wonder for third party, if not anything else. They give life to the character. They actually make it into the character, is what I think. And other than my little entertainment system, it's been a slow week for purchases as well.
Brad, did you add anything to your pre-order list this week?
Yes, I Monday after the whole Target saga started to unfold and the actual catalogue was posted, I went in and unfortunately didn't get them for $15. They'll drop down to 20. So I got Mind Wipe, Chrome Dome.
Yeah, you should really take them back with your receipt and just go, "Hey, these weren't your advertised prices. I want the $5 back."
Oh, does that work?
Oh, I don't care. I know I've paid too much.
Oh no,
for
wait.
them,
When did you buy? Did you? So you bought them during the stuff up?
Yeah, Monday. Yeah, Monday. Once the catalogue was posted in the thing.
Well, then go do that, or then get store credit to buy some more before they go.
No, I did though. I did. I grabbed the catalogue and I said, "Hey, they're here." And I said, "Well, sorry, they're scanning at 20." So,
if you don't want to put up the fight for your extra deluxe,
not for $5. Yeah, not $5.
Yeah, put up a fight. Why not, Brad?
No.
Screw the system.
How many did you buy?
Free. The free figures from Wave 2. I didn't get that wolf one.
So what did you pay for those ones? $20, $30?
$20 each.
You paid $20 each. So Target owes you $15.
So they owe you a free figure. They owe you a wolf wire.
The amount of members I've been slipping, the cards I've been slipping into figures there and getting members from, they've probably paid us back already.
Wait, how do you slip them into the what? The deluxes?
No, the Voyagers and Supremes and
okay.
Ultimates.
I was about to say you just like peel open the deluxes and shove it in there. Just like someone picks it up, it's just like, oh, this has been tampered with. I'm not buying this shit.
This is actually why they didn't give you the $15 discount.
They know it's you. They've got you on record. They're like, watch out for this man. He's just slipping cards into.
It doesn't help. It doesn't help when I walk in a big TCA t-shirt either.
Just like, what? Do you want to be caught, mate?
I used to keep on slapping the sticker up on the back of the wall where they had the pegs for the.
God, they must hate you. They must absolutely hate you. No wonder they're just saying, "Oh, it's just the marketed price to get out." Oh, that's funny.
So I do have a new pre-order this week. I'm trying to find a good photo of him. There we go. If you wouldn't mind swapping back to. Ooh.
Zoom out.
Oh, hello. Ooh. You know what? Maybe that Megatronus might work as like an RID Tarn.
There we go. That's my new pre-order for the week.
That looks good.
R19 Culture. R18, not 19. Fair enough.
Culture. Wow.
IDW style Tarn. He is a fantastic representation of that figure, actually.
Yeah, that looks exactly like it, really.
Yeah.
Wow.
How big?
I love that head sculpt.
I think he's 8 inches tall, so he's not huge.
That's still not bad.
Yeah.
Tall, a big Voyager. Oh.
Yeah, pretty much. Most of the MMC figures are about a Voyager size. Yeah.
Bit over a Voyager, maybe, or modern Voyager. I don't know. Yeah, it looks stunning.
Tell you what. Do you want to talk about small figures for their price point? How about like Blaster and Soundwave? You put them in their alt modes, they are pretty small in the Titans Return versions.
The players.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're turning something into a little box. Just like MP Soundwave, like he shrinks a lot, really.
Yeah, but he's supposed to be a life-size cassette player.
Micro cassette.
Anyway, this is my new pre-order. I'm very happy with
amazing.
it. He's due out pretty soon, I think. So be interesting to see what he's like when he gets out there. But
you know his identity as well now, don't you, Jason?
Do I? I don't remember. I don't know if I got to that point in the comics. Yeah.
Did he take his mask off?
Oh no! There's a point. No, I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah, just say it. It's Bay vs Prime. So.
Wait, am I? What? No, there's a. Well, you know how Megatron's an Autobot.
I'm aware of the comic plot. I just.
It's been a running joke since we started the podcast, Mikey.
Yeah, but I don't know if I'm allowed to spoil it or not. I don't think.
You know what? Just don't. It's fine.
I'm not going to.
Don't.
But all of the DJD have been their actual names and identities have been released.
Yeah.
which was cool.
But we're not going to spoil that for people who.
We're not going to spoil that for people, even though it is Ironhide. That would be so weird. Anyway, yeah, this thing looks spot on to the thing. The source material. I love the head sculpt. I've always loved the. It is just the Decepticon symbol. That is really cool.
Yeah, he looks good. I don't know if we've ever seen his alt mode in the comics, have we?
Well, that's funny though, because he's the one that loves transforming, and yet we don't. He transforms so much that his T-Cog gets worn out, and yet there's only been rare glimpses of his alt mode, which is beyond stupid. But you know, whatever. Because he's it's like a drug to him. He's addicted to transforming. It's a really cool character trait, but that's why he kills most of after he kills his targets, and then he just steals their cogs, and then I think the others perform the surgery on him, or he just does it himself.
We have a bottle of floor polish in his tool belt.
Yeah, he's sticking up the joints.
It's the old Hasbro trick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
I think we're at the end of the podcast. My cat is starting to act up again because he's been locked in my room for an hour. I think that's about it. Does anyone else have anything we need to do this week?
No.
Nope. Nothing.
Head on down to Brisbane Supernova up there. Adelaide next week. So
we might be getting a teaser trailer sooner rather than later, maybe for the last night. So keep an eye out, I guess.
Yeah, we've got a couple of weeks left, so
yeah,
hopefully get some of that. It's probably just going to be a voiceover, but anyway.
Or it'll just be Optimus Prime going. And that's
I found my creators.
And they are good looking, so that's why I'm just looking at them. Transformers the last night. Yeah, anyway, that should be interesting. What we're all hoping to see is maybe some Dinobot footage, hopefully. I doubt it.
Are we? Okay.
Oh, what are you hoping to see out of it?
I don't care.
Well, there you go.
And knowing so after battle.
No, but like I literally don't care what's in the preview. Like I don't hope to see certain things in the preview because I don't know what's in the movie. So like I'll go into the preview hoping to see a preview, and then in the movie.
Apparently, Astro Train wants to be in the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, let the teaser set the tone. We'll go from there.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You know. Tell me when Astro Train turns into his shuttle mode and flies over Brad's house.
That'd be great.
Until then, it's just a train former.
Oh, but there is an actual movie versus Astro Train, which I wish they brought to life, but they never did. Well, they did in the comics, but nothing else.
All right. On that bombshell, I think it's time we finish the show.
On cue.
Holy hell. Calm down, mate. Someone must be like jumping on the track.
Yeah, it doesn't help. We got a couple of train drivers that live here locally in town, so they do it when they come through, and their friends do it. They'll sit there and they'll hang off it a bit harder just to annoy each other and the rest of the town.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, all right, it sounds like it's stopped. So let's do the let's do the proper outro. Okay. On that note, thank you everyone for listening, and we've already done shameless plugs for the week ahead. You can find the podcast on iTunes. Please head over there and give us a good review. That's a good review, not just a review, but a good review. And the podcast is on YouTube, where you can give it a thumb up. Not a thumb down, a thumb up. Thank you very much.
And if you do give it a thumb down, we will find you.
Yes, this is true. We will actually send Tarn after you. The link to the YouTube channel.
Take your T-Cog.
Yeah. Yes. Hide your T-Cogs, hide your wives. The link to the YouTube channel is on the TCCA website. That is transformerscca.com and in the show notes. So, thank you for listening, everyone. And we'll be back next week.
Mm-hmm.
Sure will.
We may have shot Mikey.
Or have tried.
Right, guys.
Night.